Greetings, I'm Earl Cannonbear. Welcome to Hockey Hacks. Today we're going to find out if you can wash your hockey gear with a pressure washer. And maybe not so much can you, but should you? Stay tuned. So I've got my gear clamped down to these chairs in hopes that it won't move around when I hit it with the pressure washer. Some I don't have, so we'll see how that goes, like my breezers. First thing I'm gonna do is just get everything wet and soaked. So I'm going to go to wide and just see how this goes. Never done this before, don't know what I'm doing. Here we go. Yep. Breezers are kind of not sure what the best practice is for here. Because mine are so. Yep. Oh, definitely heavier. I think the gloves would be better if I did. If I reversed them. Reverse! Oh, that's the ticket there. Just pick them up and spray them. Okay, so you're probably wondering, okay, so soap. Well, this is the rinse cycle. Soap cycle is coming up next. Let's try that. Okay, so rinsing seemed to work fairly well. I was able to get everything soaked. Now with the soap part, I don't really know exactly what I'm doing, but I've got this filled about 3/4 of the way up with water. I'm going to take the same soap I used last time for the washer and add some in. Oops. Again, I don't know how much to add. That seemed, I don't know, about the same amount I added to the wash. I'm gonna plug this in, shake this up. Whoa. I think this just goes on the end of this. Maybe. Yep. And then, yeah, soap. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, I got everything hit at least once. Goes quick. Is that too much? Is that enough? I have no idea. Feels like too much right now, to be honest. like I'm out of the soap now and it's just rinsing, so let's take this off and let's go back to rinse. All right. All right, let's try rinse mode. Rinsey rinserkins. Nope, that's the wrong dilly bar. I want this dilly bar. So it feels like I'm getting a lot of water throughput, which is I think what we want to get rid of the stink and the dirt. So wet it, soap it, push the soap in, and then keep rinsing. Seems like a good idea. We'll just keep going, keep finding. Hopefully the weather, you know, it is October in Minneapolis, so hopefully it doesn't snow or rain or hail. So if you use the same configuration I use, start at the top, that way the soap flows down instead of bottom up. It's working way better this way. A lot of soap in the elbow pad here. I mean, I gotta say that it actually looks cleaner, which is weird. I guess not weird, but this may actually be working. So I'm just going until I see no soap and then go a little further and then move on. So a lot of the soap did accumulate inside the elbow pad, so I may have to rethink the placement of these for next time, but for now, just more water. So I am noticing with the shoulder pads that I can't really get the flaps very well, so that's, and it feels soapy too, so let's see what we can do there. Hey. Seems to be actually working. So the issue that I'm thinking of right now is that with washing them in the dryer, or excuse me, washing them in the washer, you've got that spin cycle to help get them mostly dry. So this is gonna be a challenge to dry these. But that's how we learn. And I do have a game tomorrow It's in about 30 hours. So hope they dry by then, or I'm gonna be looking pretty wet. You know, on the ice. Okay, so it looks like my battery died in my camera, somewhere in there. But basically I got everything rinsed. It is still very wet. That is one of the other things I got to think about with doing this. With the washing machine, you get that spin cycle at the end to get all the moisture out. Dries much quicker. This is just unbelievably damp or wet or moist. Pick the word you like. So like, it's not quite an issue with like the shoulder pads and stuff. Okay, maybe it is. But the breezers, those are really, really wet, so it's gonna take a long time in my drying rack to get them dry. But they do look cleaner, I gotta tell you. It does look nice. I just hope that they smell nice. And I got all the soap out. Looks like I did. So I'm gonna let these sit for, I don't know, an hour or so, and then move them to my dryer rack unit, which I'll talk about. And then we'll go from there. Stay tuned. Nope, I'm dripping right on. Yeah. Yep. Okay, so the gear has basically stopped dripping. So I think, well, maybe not. A little bit of drip left. But I think it's time to move it to the dryer or to the drying mechanism. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that now. To the dryer mechanism. Okay, so I've let these drip dry, or at least dry till they stop dripping for the most part. And I'm going to put them in my rocket dryer. I was thinking about doing a review on this, but I couldn't find the receipt for it, so I don't know when I got it, where I got it, or how much I paid for it. So that deterred me from doing a review, and maybe I will still do one at some point. But so basically, it's just a kind of a star hanger thing with some hooks that you throw your gear in. Basically, zipper up a tent around it, and then there's a heater at the bottom that runs hot air through all your gear for about an hour and a half with a timer. So I will sort of demonstrate this here. There you go. Let's do. And it works out kind of nice. There's little hooks that I use for my knee pads. And I use the big star things for the breezers, shoulder pads, gloves, and elbows. And yeah, I think I've had it, I don't know, 2 or 3 years. It's not the best construction, but it certainly has been working for me. So I got everything in there, and I can just turn the switch here and zip it up around everything. Like so. And oh, that actually might. Don't know how to hang these guys in there. Let's do this. Oh yeah, that'll work. The inserts for the shin pads. Yep. So this seals up around everything. There are holes in the top that pushes out all the air and just keeps the air flowing. There's the logo. This is not the UV one. There is a UV one. It's pretty old. But like I said, it's been working for me. It's nice when you've got back-to-back games. Maybe a late 9 o'clock game one night, and like on a weekend, maybe you've got an early game in the morning or whatever. It's nice to throw your gear in here, have it dry in the morning or for the next skate. So I'm gonna let that dry. We'll go from there, and we'll see how it is. I got a game tomorrow, and we'll check it out. Okay, so it's been almost 24 hours. I've had the gear in here drying. This is probably the 6th cycle, cranking it all the way. So like maybe like 6 hours of heat. It was pretty wet. So I'm gonna take it out and kind of see how we're doing. Oh, it's nice and warm. Let go, thank you. Okay, not damp. It doesn't smell like it used to. It smells, oddly enough, like a pond. Not sure what's causing that, but got a really, I have no trace of gear smell. It's like a damp, like almost like it was wet for too long. So maybe that's a lesson learned. So the gloves feel good. Let's move on to elbow pads. They don't smell like my gloves. No hockey smell. Holy cats, that might be a win. That might work. None, no smell. Even when I do it in my washer, there's a little faint smell of hockey gear left in it. Interesting. All right. Okay, so yeah, elbow pads are good. We'll put those in the bag for tonight's skate. Liner for my shin pads. That's the left. That's the right. No smell. So, okay, I'm surprised this worked this well, to be honest. Seems to be working in a very good working kind of way. Well, let's move on to the breezers. Are they dry? Yep, they are dry. How do they smell? Breezer head! They smell pretty good. I got no hockey smell in there. All right. Don't see that every day. Look how shiny it is. Oh, it's so shiny. Okay, so I'm going to wear this stuff tonight, but I think I can conclude that this actually does work. You can, in fact, clean your hockey gear with a pressure washer. I don't know if I would run out and buy one if you don't have one, but if you have one, I would honestly give it a shot. See if you like it. Obviously, you can't probably do it in the winter months, especially if you're in the north, like I am, up in Minnesota. But yeah, if you got a pressure washer and some soap and some time, this works. I don't know if I'll do it next time again or not, but I would say that it works. Okay, so questions, comments, criticisms, leave them in the comments below. If you like what you're seeing, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. I'm encroaching on 16 subscribers now. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'm Earl Cannonbear for Hockey Hacks. Have fun out there.